It's the Linemakers on Sporting News, brought to you by Jack Daniels.
I know you're ready for some football. The question is, are the Miami Dolphins, the HBO series Hard Knocks, never more appropriately named than it was this year? It sure looks like the Dolphins are going to take a lot of hard knocks this year, and they get a tough test right out of the gate as they'll pay a visit to Houston to take on the Texans. The power ratings, Texans a 7-point differential on a neutral field. But wait till you see where the money's come in this spot. It opened 6, it's up to 12.5, and in large part it's a reaction to how horrific Miami looked in the preseason. And the total on the game is 43. Ryan Tannehill, rookie quarterback, he gets the starting nod. He's going to go back to Texas where he kind of cut his teeth, but mostly as a wide receiver. As for Houston, it'd be very easy to just go so over the top because the Dolphins are so bad. But be careful. I mean, there are a lot of weapons for Houston with Foster, if Schaub stays healthy, and Andre Johnson, and Daniels is a really good tight end. But teams that out of nowhere, who never got a whiff of the playoffs, then they get in there and they get that taste of success. It's not as easy to pull it off again the following year as you might think. The spread again is the great equalizer. It's ballooned way up to 12.5. Let's find out what Kenny White thinks about the big line move and the matchup between Miami and Houston.
Brian, I'll tell you a little bit about the line movement a little bit later. Let me talk a little bit about Houston and the finish to their season last year. Matt Schaub went down with an injury, and all Houston did was win, 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 get to the playoffs. 6-2 ATS down the stretch for Gary Kubiak. When you lose a quarterback of Matt Schaub's stature, things start to unravel and the season falls apart. Gary Kubiak is a solid head football coach. Now on the other sideline, we have Joe Philbin. Nice guy. Joe, you got your job because you were the offensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers, and your quarterback was named, oh, that's right, Aaron Rodgers. If I had Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback and I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be the head coach of the Miami Dolphins myself. I think Joe Philbin made a huge mistake naming Ryan Tannehill as starting quarterback. Now, I love Tannehill when he was at Texas A&M. He had 1 year as a starting quarterback in college football. He had a great year. He did a great job. But come on, you're not an NFL quarterback. You have a guy named Matt Moore on the bench that completed 61% passes, 15 touchdowns, 6 INTs. There's a 2.5-point difference from Tannehill to Moore. Well, there's a big reason why the line moved, because the professional bettors know Tannehill going on the road to Houston where they're strong and Matt Schaub is back, and all Houston does is run and stop the run. And they're one of the best football teams in the NFL. Well, Ryan Tannehill, you're in for a long day, and you might not be there very long this season, but you'll have a good, solid NFL career. Philbin, I don't know if you'll be around making decisions like that one. Look for Matt Moore to be the quarterback for the Dolphins in Week 3. Look for Houston to run away over the Dolphins in Week 1. There's the reason for the line move.